think we are going live. It is bringing me on over to Facebook. All right. Okay, let's get started. Welcome everybody to the SEO Vault. This is episode 186. And as you may notice, I have some new faces with us today. This is Alex and Danielle. You should all know them if you've watched some episodes. They've been around Web 20. Danielle is the support rock star over here, and Alex has done tremendous things on client success and just in general being a good SEO and supporting with the agency side of things. So welcome, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. You'll be welcome back anytime. So again, it's episode 186. This is the SEO Vault. We're here to analyze the SEO news, go through recent SEO test results, look at what's currently working in the SERP. Just a reminder, if you do want us to look at any of your SEO campaigns or give you a link audit, SEO campaign audit, head over to web20ranker.com. Other than that, we are just going to dive right into it. We got a bunch of updates, news, brand updates, bunch of fun things. So that's going to be my little spiel for today. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good day. Danielle, you getting us shared?
I'm working on it.
He's working on it. So we are getting shared into you can find us in the local SEO community. Of course, we're live on Web 20 Ranker and I believe local client takeover as well. We normally are on YouTube, but Bucky is not here this week. He is usually our YouTube guy. But we are going to put something in place for next week so we have a reliable system. So no matter who's here or not, we can make sure you can find us on all your favorite channels. With a reminder, we also are on all your favorite podcast channels. So go find us, download us, check out previous episodes. Click that like button, comment below. We are live. Got any questions? Any fun things going on? Alex, you got any fun things going on? You always got fun things going on.
Alex does.
I'm helping a buddy of mine move rock this weekend, and then we're gonna go blow a bunch of shit up. We got some tannerite, so it's gonna be a fun weekend. Not SEO related, but
Not SEO related. This is true. Sorry, I'm trying to find the comments here. Oh, okay. Wow, we do got people commented. Rihan, hey, how you doing? Alex, nice to see some new faces, right? Beautiful new faces for everyone, except for me, my ugly old face. I shaved though. People said it looks better. I think I have to agree. I'm not really a beard guy. I didn't really rock the beard well.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, my wife didn't like it. My parents didn't like it. I found out my parents didn't like it though, and then I was like, man, I really want to keep it now. Funny how that works. Like, but I couldn't. It was
you just
much.
didn't go long enough.
Yeah. I something tells me that was not the problem that I was having. Same with, I'm balding in the back, and growing the hair out longer doesn't make that work any better. So, sometimes you just have to admit when things don't work. I will say this though, man, you save so much more time and money and energy when you just shave your head. It is like, I'm serious. I've told this to so many people. Do the math. The amount of money you spend on hair products, washing your hair in the shower, your beard. Oh man, my wife would spend an hour doing her hair. I'm like, let's just add that up, an hour a day. Let's just say you do it 5 days a week over 40 years. And then you put the everyone should just shave their head. Everyone. That's my I'm pro shaved head for just, financial, like it's a better lifestyle. That's what I'm saying.
Mike's over here living that naked mole rat life.
Yeah.
All about it.
This is my life. My life coaching is opening up, by the way, people. If you want to come join,
Starting a laser hair removal program over here.
Yeah. Yes,
Tips and
exactly.
tricks on how to save money.
It's
Yeah, if you
financially
want
responsible.
to,
I know
if
Yeah,
you
that.
there
want
you go.
to shave those costs and shave those hours, just shave that hair. That's what I'm
Where, where,
saying.
where do you stop, Mike? Like eyebrows are still included or no?
Well, yeah, so anything that doesn't grow beyond an unmanageable length. I got leg hair. I don't shave my legs, but it's not like that shit'll like grow down to the floor. Like, I mean, if that's your thing, maybe you want to shave that because I mean, then you got to take care of it, right? Like, if you got to take care of 12 inches of leg hair, then I'm telling you, that's just the time and money suck. So, welcome, welcome everybody to the SEO Vault. I hope we're enjoying ourselves, having some fun with my new guests here.
Yep.
Um, I hope you guys come back on again. I think we do need some new people on here. I need to get off here someday.
You're never going to be able to leave. This is your baby.
Speaking of my baby, I guess we'll segue that right into the Web 20 ranker news because people probably still have noticed that the SEO mad scientist is still on vacation. And actually, no, that wasn't my baby. That was just me. So like I've been doing that this entire time for probably a couple of years now. Of course, with the help of Sophie and people publishing it, the emails, but like actually running the tests and everything. And yeah, I just haven't had time in 2023 so far to really get into it. But we are doing some really big moves when it comes to the testing. It was definitely one of our favorite things just internally, like looking at the test results. Like obviously we have all of our current campaigns and data. I mean, we have, hundreds of campaigns. So it's not like we don't have data, but like really doing those like, you know, very small variable or just really testing certain tactics and seeing if they're viable or if they're even worth the money, right? But so be on the lookout. We are gonna have probably a big relaunch with the mad scientist coming back strong with, and we do have some tests running. I do look at the results here and there, nothing major. But we pretty much been testing, everything we were going over in the beginning of the year, as well as I'm sure everyone knows, of course, a lot of AI stuff. So I don't know if Jordan's here, if he's gonna stop on in or not, if he's at spring training. I know that's his favorite topic, talking about generating schema markup with artificial intelligence. So when you finally watch this, Jordan, wanted to give you a little shout out there. Anywho, with that said, other Web 20 ranker updates. Dental SEO campaigns have been live. Very, very well built campaigns. If you specifically are working with a dental clinic, definitely suggest taking a look at them. And we also have some more niche guest posts coming soon, CBD, and in general, just looking at some more services that will allow you to get more results out of your current campaigns. Something I'm actually looking at over the next 2 days with no exact date yet, but it is a paid citation upgrade. Not sure if we're going to offer it as a standalone service yet, but anyone who's running custom signals may know that we have obviously big lists of paid citations that you can go build yourself. But we've created a massive list of niche specific paid citations, as well as the more general ones that seem more valuable. And then, obviously we have ones that are less valuable. So we're going to make some packages there. And anyone who's been doing, SEO, probably if you've been especially in the more competitive niches, law and things like that, dental, having those, niche citations being on those more targeted platforms, especially if all your competitors there is very important. So that's really exciting. And then finally, SEO Spring Training is going on right now. That's why nobody else is here, and we have these lovely new people with us. Which, like I said, I'm super happy to have some new people on. So super excited. Yeah, but I think that's mostly it. Oh, we got the weekly deal. We got deals, baby. Go check out them
Woo!
deals at
Woo, woo.
web20ranker.com/deals. 10% off PRs and more. Don't forget the more people here. I'll share the link here.
You can always
So
use a press
yeah,
release.
yeah. I mean, show a loved one you care with a press release. That's,
Exactly.
you know, press
Best
releases
birthday
are
gift, right?
forever. Press release diamonds are forever. Press releases are for 3 to 6 months.
But if you purchase one, your credits never expire, so you can hang on to it for as long as you need.
PR credits are forever. That is a true statement. Yes.
Exactly.
Show a loved one you care with some PR credits. Yeah. I won your thought about doing like an SEO Easter basket, but then I realized that I had no one close to me that was an SEO in my actual vicinity, so I would just be giving it to myself, and then I felt depressed, so I never did it. Anyways,
On that high note,
that's my short story. Uh,
shipping is a thing, Mike. Could have sent me a basket.
Dude, I'm an SEO. If I can't send it through the internet, it doesn't exist. Actually, no, that was back in the day. That pretty much was it. I was like, dude, if it's on paper, I remember the first time like people were like, I started working, with bigger companies, and they started talking about like faxing and shit, or like I gotta print something out and sign it and send it back. And I'm like, come on, dude, this is like 2012. Like, I don't need to print. I don't need to print nothing. Come on, what are you talking about? Save the world, bro. What are you doing? My favorite meme is that one where it's like, I can't fax where I'm at. It's like, where are you at? I'm in 2023. Uh, Good stuff. Got any other comments here?
Everybody's here for Alex.
Here for Alex. We got a hashtag Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hey.
Really? Jeez. No, not even Danielle. I mean, I
I
get why you
know.
don't give a shit about me. Like, yeah, we always get Mike, but like, man, no love for Danielle. That's bogus. Well, I'm glad
Yeah,
you're here, Danielle.
I appreciate you, Mike. I just need to come
You,
around more.
yeah, people just don't know what you're made of, really. Like
Right.
this this person right here is like the Web 20. Oh, she knows it
Odds.
all.
She's
Yeah,
behind
if
the
you
curtain.
yeah, exactly. If you need to know where to find something, what our services are, where they are, need have a problem with something, like, oh yeah, she's your connect to the inside, and you don't even know it.
Yep.
She's the AI powering the system.
Unless you're
That's
Alex and you send me a presentation and ask me to look over it.
With no
cool.
warning.
Still haven't done it. Sorry.
Eventually, one of these days, she's gonna be like, "Hey, here's my notes."
Yeah. I plan on it's on my notes, but I just haven't done it yet.
I mean, Alex, she's got like thousands of customers to take care of at Web 20, just to be clear.
I know. That's
So
why she's gonna have the best, comments on this presentation
When I get to it.
when she gets
yeah.
to it. When she gets to it, yeah.
Yeah. What presentation is this? Is it a sales presentation or
No, no,
what?
no, no. This is a training presentation for clients or for customers.
A training presentation for customers.
Yeah, it's something special
Probably.
we're pushing out.
Something special we're pushing out to agency customers, or like Web 20 customers.
It's gonna be
Like,
both.
oh, okay. All right. And so what, we've never talked about this? No one is there like 3 people in the company that know about this? Is there a code name for this project?
There needs to be. There should
Is
be.
this like, well, yeah, okay. Well, what are we gonna call it? I mean, it's a presentation. I'm gonna go with No, I'm not. It sounds like a job for OpenAI, to be
There you
honest.
go. There you go.
Oh,
I would say let's ask the audience, but I mean, hey, maybe we'll reveal some details about Project TBA if you come up with an appropriate code name.
I like it.
I'll and start looking at it now.
That was good. Facial hair 23.
Oh, can you see it in my glasses?
What?
I
No,
said, can you see it in my
no,
glasses?
no, I can't. We got forensic SEOs in here. Just like you're breaking apart the vault.
This is
We're
top
gonna
secret
get this
stuff.
Top
presentation.
secret, blowing up her glasses, sharpening the
There's
image.
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised in this industry. It's like we're gonna release this free in 30 days, but no, someone's gonna hack the system and get it just because
28 days before.
they
Yep.
can. Yeah, exactly.
Here we go.
And then charge for it. I could see that in this
And
industry.
then
Yeah.
charge for it.
Yeah.
It would. It's so grimy. Codename Facial Hair 23 was honestly my beard that I shit that was that operation. That's already done. Sorry, Alex. That operation's been done. So go to OpenAI, get some more possibilities. I actually love using OpenAI for brand names because I am horrible at brand names. And there was this one time where I came up with the absolute best brand name that anyone has ever come up with in their entire life. And Mr. Mark made me believe that he came up with it and I didn't. And I believed it.
He gaslighted
Oh,
you.
oh, that's persuasion right there. I like that.
We went back and edited our conversation and I bought it. I did not. Oh man. Those were some good times. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's fun, how we troll each other in the industry. So all right, if we don't have any questions, I don't see any other questions or comments, but I guess we could just jump into some news. You wanna
News.
yeah, just go over some of the things going on right now.
Well, first thing I have on the list for SEO news here is that Google plans to integrate a controversial AI into search engine. I assume we're
Yeah.
discussing Bard into this, correct?
Controversial as in like they will now appeal not just to what people are searching, but also to other viewpoints. So it's not just being, given like a tunnel vision based on search understanding. I mean, I'm hoping that would be the case.
I mean, ideally, but
AI development,
depending upon implementation, right?
conversational AI. I mean, it definitely looks like they're looking more just in general, like conversational AI, which if done properly will be much more like if you use Bing's AI, that's one of the nicer things I kind of like about it is that it's you can use the search. It's no longer just kind of a search engine, it's more of a research tool. It can help you explore new concepts and ideas that you wouldn't be able to do just by putting a query in a bar and getting a list of websites or resources. Like it can reference the important points and then expand on that with additional thoughts, pros and cons. Like it can literally help do a lot of that, which I don't think people understand, especially like in SEO, our industry. We're good at Googling, but Googling is not necessarily a common skill.
Right.
Like literally using search effectively, right?
Right.
So
So the big question there, Mike, is how do you see that in impacting existing like SERPs and SEOs currently if that does shift from that query based to conversational based?
I mean, so Google, I think, is going to have a problem if they just completely get rid of, like, they can't just get rid of content, right? Like third-party websites and stuff. They can't just crawl all the websites and reference all of them with their AI. like and there's going to be legal issues. There's going to be all kinds of stuff that goes on with that industry for sure. But at the end of the day, if done properly, what they should be able to do is not, so like if you were to Google something like some like political about a candidate, like, and you know how they're supporting some cause or something,
Right.
the search engine is built in a way that it's gonna give you information, and it's not gonna necessarily do it based on viewpoint, right? It's based on understand it's based on their algorithm, but it's not necessarily based on like who am I talking to, a Republican, a Democrat, are they looking for things that they support, are they looking at, but now what AI can do is converse with them and say, you know, here's some things that are going on, here's some pros or cons, would you like some references to look over these things more, or are you more trying to explore this, or would you like some more, you know, ideas or topics to better further your search? So like when Google first introduced the more targeted search in Google, where when you type in a search term and now, you know, there's like well, first it was just like search and then images and videos, but then they started like giving you expanded search, like are you looking for training, or are you looking for this color of the product or whatever. AI will make that obsolete, but give it the ability to do that on a very deep understanding of, so like it's not just going to recommend like some other search terms that might help them further their search. It'll help them learn about new topics and things to help explore new things they can search for, which is the biggest gap. I don't think people really realize, like people don't know how to use Google. Using Google well is not a common thing. It's just a
So
fact.
based off of that analysis, one would assume that then things like LSI and relevancy for other content would be more important than in the future, correct?
Um, well, I think content in itself is going to be less and less valuable as far as just the content on its own. Um, Data
I've already
and
seen that a little bit.
yeah. Well, and with AI, you know, and it's not, I don't think it's a matter of like Google's gonna penalize AI, but it's a matter of we're gonna have really high quality content getting written by AI. And anyone who wants to pretend
Raised
like,
the bar.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's people right now I know that'll probably like they come chasing me after me with pitchforks and torches just for saying that quality content written by AI. But if you think we got this far, like in what, 6 months from the release of Chat GPT or some shit, it's already
Yeah.
passing the bar exam. And I mean the Chat GPT 4 is amazing. Anyone who wants to pretend like that shit, that'll outperform 90% of your writers. I would put all your writers to the test. Literally. Like you come give us all your writers, and I bet you Chat GPT will outperform. I'm not talking about like really good writers, you know what I mean? Like, but there's people out there I know charging like, you know, $500 for an article, and they, if they're not using Chat GPT, I bet you I could do it much cheaper, higher quality, personally myself, and I suck at content. But I
I
know a
would
good
say the
what it
difference
was.
between content and copy, that's the one thing that I have seen specifically with like GPT-4.
Man, yeah, GPT-4 though, man, you could get some killer copy too if you know what you're doing. And you know, 'cause, like you just go there and you're just like make a
It
high
takes a lot more to get it though, from a prompt
yeah.
perspective. And you
So
have to
here's
break
the
it.
thing. Yeah, if you go to any one of your favorite training courses, like on how to create high converting, you know, Facebook ad line, whatever. The process that they go through about learning about your audience and all this stuff, you could just pump all that into GPT-4.
Oh
And with
yeah,
that
definitely.
data and that understanding of the logic they're using to create these high converting things that they split test, Chat GPT can do it all for you. And that's what people just, I don't think, realize is, yeah, if you want to go to Chat GPT and just say, give me a good Facebook ad headline, it does a good job, better than a lot of people. You know what I mean? Not better than people that are really good at ads. But people
Right.
that are really good at ads can sure as hell speed up their process by using that method in the AI. So, anyways, that was
How
definitely
do you
kind of a
see that
segue.
translating
But
to search with Google integrating AI? Do
so
you feel it would still be more of an aid to their search experience rather than replacing?
that was my point. You
Oh,
originally
okay.
asked how do I think it's because content's going to be devalued. What's going to be valued is the data, the delivery of that content, and the referenceability of that content. So, and then this is why even like today, when you look at things like people used to do to help local rankings, like just like embedding a bunch of maps and putting like the population of the city and the altitude of the city. Um, that I can't sit here and say it doesn't help. I haven't tested that shit in forever, but I can guarantee that if you go to all your local pages right now and you just add the population and the altitude and like just some generic info about that location, it could potentially even hurt your rankings depending on how much you add, because the referenceability of what people would be looking for when they come to that page is more important than the content on that page. Which is, I've even seen it in like we've looked at sites, me and you, Alex, where you can clearly see it's like you got 20 blog posts and you have like 10 good blog posts. But it's like you took 10 good blog posts, cut them all up into sections, and mixed them all together, and then published them all. And now you just have a bunch of random blog posts that talk about nothing, where you could have one really good post that actually is delivering content and data that's referenceable, relatable, useful, all those things that Google's looking for. So AI is going to make that shift exponentially. That's why using AI to make content is a pointless, because yeah, you can use AI to write 10,000 words of content. How you organize, deliver, and allow people to reference and use that content that Google's going to care about most.
And do you think
So
AI is going to get to the point where it's going to be able to uh, have that layout
have that, you mean know
in
that?
regards to having that deliverability
Oh
with
yeah.
proper prompts?
Uh oh, you mean no, so I think AI right now is already good enough to create. You can create all your content in AI. Again, that's why I'm saying people will come and they want to hunt me down and kill me for saying that. You can create all your content with AI. If you're creating bad content with AI, then you just don't know what good content is, and you don't know how to give the AI the direction to do that. I can get something, I could say, write me a 10-word sentence, and it can give me a sentence, and I could say take off the period and replace it with an exclamation mark or exclamation point. What is it? Damn, I,
Exclamation
I
point.
I don't even know anymore.
I think it's point.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, the AI would probably know
AI would
though, and
know if it was
it
point
would
or
do
mark.
and it would do it. Is the point? So that's if you can't, if it can follow direction to that like granular level, and you aren't getting good enough content out of it, then the only reason is then you can't direct the AI well enough. And what you need is someone who's an expert, so you can just give them something indirect and vague so that they can go and do this. But you don't really know what good content is then, or what makes that good content. If you actually knew exactly what made that good content and how to use that to structure it with whether it's headings, bullets, tables, other inner pages, interlinking, whatever, infographic, video, that's what matters. So yeah, AI is already there to answer that question, Alex. Is
Oh, I
there
think
any more for the Mike Milas SEO Vault interview today, Alex? Or I'm just
You
kidding.
really picked your brain
I
on
got
that.
questions.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I love listening to myself talk, so I'm kidding. I hate listening to myself talk. I love talking,
What are you
But
talking about? That sexy smooth voice doesn't like.
oh god, that nasally, like I sound like can't even like talk. And then sometimes like I go that voice cracks, like I'm still going through puberty and shit. It's bad.
They'll drop
But
it eventually, Mike. It'll be okay.
you know, I'm okay if it doesn't, Alex. I've come to terms with it, you know. Sometimes you just gotta move on with life. So let's actually talk about some more news though. We actually have actually
Yeah,
let's
we
jump
have quite
right
a few
real
things.
quick to the yeah, go ahead. You just run with it, Alex.
Yeah. So next thing on my list is Bing Chat may support third-party plugins soon, and that's something that OpenAI has been doing recently. Is the plugins. Do you have any comments about plugins? I think it's exciting.
I mean, that's always, yeah. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, I honestly didn't fully understand what this was until like a week ago. And I was like, oh shit, why did I not like, I glazed over it. And essentially, it's the ability to integrate with so like you can say, you know how you have like Data Studio or Google Analytics, and there's like connectors and things you can install in there, so you could hook it to other things and create tables and databases or whatever that is. This will allow ChatGPT now to access like your Google Analytics or your data, so you can actually use that to answer questions about these large amounts of data or things, whatever it is that you're connecting it to, instead of just having to pipe in, your prompts or even fine tuning, which is a lot of the things that we're doing now. But like this is going to be a massive innovation for like support and things like that. Like offering an ability for someone to come to your website, book an appointment for an estimate for like a roofing company. The AI will be able to do that 100% through checking the calendar, looking at the location, seeing the distance between locations, even referencing maybe their CRM and the texts that are going out or available that day, and then scheduling the appointment and putting it on the calendar. Like that's the so when they say they're integrating this third party plugin technology at a big picture, that's the end game of what this means.
That's
So
huge.
Yeah,
yeah.
I could see this really affecting like estimates too, right?
Yeah.
Like estimates, especially with like free estimates now being automated with this potential is like massive across tons of industries.
Well, and yeah, I mean, think about it too. If you're a roofing company that has actual data on their estimates, not just like the address and serve, but say you actually took measurements, like how many square feet of this, all of that, and you could take all that data and reference it with ChatGPT. And especially now when you start looking at the language or the imaging, like being able to not only develop images but understanding what's in an image,
Right.
when you start to look at even just 12 months from now, I would not be surprised if you would be able to create something where you can upload an image of your project and Chat GPT would be able to reference previous estimate data and give a pretty comprehensive estimate on what that would look like.
I could even see it pulling from like Google satellite images for like a roofing company, right?
Oh yeah, I mean the
And
sky's
like
the limit for
automatically
sure.
giving you a rough estimate like out of the gate.
But even just like, companies, see, here's the thing though, and that's the thing is you have to think about, well, where's the money coming from? Someone's got to build it. And Google might integrate it into their Google Maps. Hey, roofers, come to your Google profile listing and manage your AI estimates. Um,
There's
but
a lot
what's
of
more,
opportunity from the people making the connectors too, though.
that's we're gonna see more from the third party developers, even people like Web20 Ranker, who are gonna take those APIs and those things and connect them into those solutions. Um, High Level is already doing some great things. I think Chat HQ with High Level as well. They're doing some really awesome stuff with AI and their chat feature. But we're gonna start seeing all types of stuff like reseller scripts on Code Canyon. Everywhere you look, you're going to be seeing these things popping up left and right. AI avatars of people that you can just sit on your website and people could speak to them and answer questions. I already have that available to me, but I haven't put it together because well, it would be for fun, and I don't really have a use for it. So
You have so much time on your hands.
exactly.
So I want to
But
jump
I'm just
real quick
yeah.
and
Go ahead.
Mike, in regards to, we're talking about AI, we've referenced Bing's AI, OpenAI, and Google's Bard. Bard just got a new page for updates, specifically for chatbot stuff. Do you have any comments about the Bard updates? I know you talk about OpenAI a lot. I didn't know what your opinion was on the updates specifically.
So, real quick, Daniel, I want to include you in this conversation because I know you just like sitting there looking pretty, but
Okay.
have you been using AI?
Yeah.
What's your
Okay.
opinion on AI stuff?
That's yeah, because you do support, you don't do like a lot of the technical, and you're not like developing content, which is everyone's favorite thing to do with AI. And I
Right.
hate that. There's so much more cool stuff you can do than just write content. But so can you tell everyone how you use AI?
So if I have a customer who's upset and needs a refund, I've put in there like, what's a good email to send to an upset customer, apologizing for this situation, but also letting them know that you've sent the refund. It spits me out an email. I've asked ChatGPT, what's a good way to start a chat? It'll pull out, hi, my name is Danielle. Welcome to Web 20 Ranker. How can I assist you today? And it's giving me like 8 variations, how to end a chat, how to thank someone for coming into the chat. Just different ways that I can improve my communication with customers.
What are you most excited about, Danielle, like for the future of API, specifically to how you use it?
Helping with live chat. Like everyone is always like, oh, Danielle, they're coming for you. Like you're not going to have a job soon. And Mike's like, no, this is going to help her job. Like she's going to be able to do so much more in regards to customer success and support than just answering questions all day long. And that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to get into the nitty gritty of making everyone's experience at Web 20 so much better than, obviously I love talking to people and I love being in chat all day, but there's other things that I could be doing that AI is going to help me to get to.
Well, how many times have you answered the same question?
A lot.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, and that's the fact is that like we want to, and that's what a lot of people don't realize. Mark said it yesterday, I think, on a call I had with he said fail at scale. I liked it. He liked it too. I'm gonna steal it, and it's officially mine. You heard it here first, people. Fail at
Or
scale.
gaslighting.
100% created by Mike Milas. But yeah, like when you really think about it, so like we don't, there's not a company out there that doesn't want to double their business, right? But realistically, anyone out there running your agency, if you double your business, say tomorrow I just drop twice as many clients in your lap, I know you'd be excited, but if you were honest, I know you would have a problem with that if your business just doubled overnight. Having things like this in place doesn't mean that, oh, we just don't need people to do things anymore. It means that at scale, we don't need to keep putting more people in place to fill those holes. So, I mean, we don't have like, yeah, and we don't have 30 people on support. You know what I mean? And with AI now, hopefully we can continue to grow and never have 30 people on support. But it's not like, oh, we don't need Danielle to answer the same question, copy and paste the same answer
Right.
20 times a day anymore. So I guess we just get rid of her because there's nothing else going on at Web 20 that she could, really bring anything to the table.
Right.
We didn't hire Danielle for her copy and paste skills. Okay.
Right.
That's the truth. And that's where we're at nowadays. And anyone, if you have people who are heavily copying and pasting, even prompts. Last week I showcased the AI tools that we're using where I pretty much just built all of our prompts into AI. And like, yeah, stop the copying and pasting, stop the referencing prompts and sheets, like the proposals and stuff, the thing Danielle that was using also, we answer questions about Web 20 and like offer, services based on your client and niche, and we're, that stuff we're developing on the back end to help with just and obviously not take away the human part, because we're still going to do manually review, right, and offer our free recommendations. That's a huge thing. But when you have something that simple, yeah, it should be automated, and we should start using our brain power for better things. You know what
Right.
I mean? Accountants use calculators for a reason, right?
That's like
So
that's a good example though, Mike. Like before calculators, people thought that calculators were going to replace accountants, right?
mhm,
I feel like that's the same thing here with AI.
yeah, 110%. And even when you look at things like LegalZoom, is that going to replace attorneys?
Right.
Right.
Now, AI might, but there's going to be a problem with that, because eventually then we're just going to have AI arguing with AI, choosing the outcome of our cases, and we're not going to be able to have that. So
That's when
again,
popcorn sales go through the roof.
uh,
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm all about that. I also have Google Web Spam Report says Spam Brain caught 5 times more spam this year than previous.
yeah. Google's pretty good at the spam now. I will say that. They don't necessarily, they're not necessarily the best at ranking the best content anymore, but the spam is mostly gone. I'll give them that. So good job, Google.
Greatly lessened for sure.
Yeah.
The April 2023 review update just rolled out, and it expands coverage for reviews specifically. That's pretty exciting in my opinion, because reviews haven't really been touched in a long time. So there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah, as long as they didn't tear down a bunch of legitimate reviews, I'm up for.
Well,
The
with the
fact is,
rise in review spamming,
yeah,
I think it was a necessary response.
yeah, people will get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's gonna affect local business the most in potentially a beneficial way. We'll see how it all ends up coming out, but I have high hopes for it at least.
Do we get any support about people complaining about reviews being missing or asking about it? You know, Danielle?
No,
I was
I have
wondering if anything ever comes through your channels.
no.
I mean, I hear it all the time just from people in the industry. So I was wondering if any customers just, that was a common thing.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
know,
not something we hear about.
that's good to hear then.
That's
Yeah.
good. Let's see. Product services and things have been removed from the name now. System covers reviews about product services and things. Oh, so they're just changing the verbiage from reviews about products as opposed to just the products themselves. So there's some terminology changes with the review stuff.
Especially in general, just products. They're doing a lot of updates to that, to products and services.
I know recently they did a
So,
pricing change in regards to Google business profiles as to how those products are listed money wise. So I think there's a lot more focus on products in general, especially with 2023 being more e-com than any year before it.
There's a few comments.
oh, we got comments, hey?
The
Yeah,
comments.
that's commenting.
Look at that. So
Where's
Matt, what's up? What's up? Okay, here's Lasha. Why is everyone talking about how many people chat will replace jobs, but no one's talking about the right questions? Yeah, can create an entire company. I mean, Lasha's right.
Yeah.
Especially like when it comes to this like content, or like AI is gonna replace support, like AI is gonna replace the entertainment industry. You're gonna be able to create a symphony with a prompt. You're gonna be able to create a whole movie with with a not even it'll be a very basic prompt that it'll develop the entire script and the entire movie and all of the characters, this is not far away, people. We are not talking 20 years down the road. That's what I really don't think people realize, is how quickly that's going to come. But
with the visual stuff, I know like from an AI perspective, where like AI stuff for just creating pictures at the beginning of the year was versus where it is now. Looking at not even like Dolly, but what's the other big one, Mike?
well, the
We just came out with 5.
yeah,
I can't think of the name.
Magic Mirror or Moon or
No,
I
not
don't
that.
know, 500. I honestly don't even look at
Yeah, but
them.
there's a new one out that's doing like insane stuff that looks like indistinguishable. So, and that's just a matter of 3 months time, you know? And so if you're talking 18 months down the road, that's going to be crazy exponential.
Well, in OpenAI, they just did something. What was I was reading the article about it. Crap, I forgot what it was called. They it's AI based editing, instruct text. Is this the article I
Mid
saw on it?
Journey, Mike. Mid Journey V5.
Yeah, Midjourney. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, so AI based image editing with ChatGPT 3 and Stable Diffusion. So with ChatGPT 3 now, you can actually not just even generate a picture, but like I was saying before, where you could say like remove a period and put an exclamation mark or point, whatever the consensus is on that. You could be like, give me a picture of Chicago and then say make the lake frozen and it'll freeze the lake. Make the buildings pink, and it'll make the buildings pink. You can tell it how to edit and change the picture. If you want that picture to have to be just like a black and white outline, or make it like a charcoal drawing instead of a picture, or you can upload a picture and say using this picture, make the flout, edit it this way or whatever. So again, this is being able to create and edit and do that live with AI instead of just like putting in a prompt and getting back a picture. Now you could actually continually create and direct the AI on how to edit the image. Here, I'm gonna just share this article here so people could read it. Oops, I accidentally unmuted that. There we go. Yeah, read that article. That was just instruct. They're posted. Okay. Metaphysic.ai. Speaking of metaphysics, I have my doctorate in metaphysics. So if anyone needs a doctor in metaphysics,
Love it.
yeah, take a look at that though. It's amazing. Like this is like I keep trying to explain to people that this is not like just going, like it's not going away. Everything's gonna be impacted by it. Oh man, that Woody is creepy. That sounded weird. It's the Toy Story Woody. Go read the article that I just posted. See, this is why we need to start making clips and put these things on TikTok. Like that would be perfect. We need to definitely do more
Go
of
check
that.
out that
Okay.
Woody Web 20.
Seriously, it's a creepy Woody, but it shows you the power of AI.
Oh, that
No,
is
read that article. It's good. But yeah, it's crazy. And Lash is right. Yeah. What else did Lash say? Tons of
On
complaints
Google
about
Support
reviews.
Center, there's tons of complaints about reviews.
Yeah, they probably blew a bunch of stuff up when they, updated things, but
They always
it's
do.
tough out there. Tough out there with AIs. What is this live about? AI or SEO? Oh, it's the same thing because all you SEOs are going to be out of work in the next 18 months. That's the problem that people don't realize.
We're like
AI
the guy on the
SEO.
end with the sign, the end is coming.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. The AI SEO vault. We're about to rebrand.
Well, if we're jumping back to products real quick, Google tests automated product result slider thumbnail images in mobile search. And I've actually seen this. It's actually kind of nice.
I like all the updates they're doing with product. It's honestly made me want to get back into e-commerce more. Like
They're
I
doing a
put,
lot of cool stuff with shopping too.
yeah, I know, and I love e-commerce, to be honest. I've done some really cool stuff with some clients that like had complete custom products and things, and then I did some work that clients that literally sold just your regular stuff. Um, like, but they had a warehouse, not like a affiliate person or something, drop shipping company.
I
But no,
almost
I love it.
product
The stuff they're
product
doing.
based SEO versus service based SEO is a lot more straightforward.
Oh, it's very straightforward. But if you try and get that type of work from an agency that does like local SEO and doesn't have experience with like e-com and
Oh yeah.
know like what they're doing, then they're not gonna perform. Because they're gonna look at it way too granularly, to be honest, most of the time. Because those local SEOs are, they got tunnel vision when it comes to like you got to have this keyword at the third keyword in your H2, 500 words down the page with a max 1,000 characters or some crap. You know what I mean? And it's gotten better over the years because obviously it's become less black and white. But yeah, good times, good stuff. I like the product stuff though. That's my 2 cents on that.
Heck yeah. Google's also testing a local finder image for images only for ads. Google local finder images only for ads. Google may be testing only showing images in the local finder, the local search results in Google Maps for listings that are ads. The result may only show a map, but
Oh,
not an image from a Google business profile.
yeah. So an image. So they're just yeah, I see. Like essentially they're showing the map in with the listing, but then the ones that are paid listings have like their logo or their face or whatever their
Which
which
is
would be
similar that they've been doing with ads anyways, is putting
yeah.
the little image next to the ad. So they're
But
just kind of in that direction.
they still have the map though on these unpaid ones, which means it begs the question like because what these are paid ads, but will they ever just have like, hey, spend $20 a month to upgrade your listings? I think they started that, right? For like $50
Did
a
promote
month
it
or
at one
something.
point, yeah. I don't
And
know.
then did they cancel it or something? I vaguely
I thought I
remember.
got discontinued at the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
It tried to come back a couple of different ways, but the implementation has never been there. So maybe
but I
this
wonder if, yeah, this would fit well with something like that though, because if you don't want to pay for ads, but you can, if it, there's a tier system, then there's like an upgraded profile, then there's like paid with ad spend, and they both could have various benefits. And especially with all the updates they're doing with products and stuff, who knows? So
I think that plays to vanity too. And I think that's why they had the success they had with ads, is because especially like local businesses, they want their logo. And so, okay, if in order to get my logo on the map, I have to pay, cool. That's reason enough.
So we're actually running a little bit out of time here. Is there any other major update that we had here? I know we had some stuff from good old John Mew. I don't think any of that's too crazy. Um, but I do want to put Danielle on the spot again. Danielle, you got a question
Time to
from
shine.
Yuli. Yeah. Yuli asks, you're the star of Crisis and Issues Management. What is your craziest case in Web 20 experience? You put out some fires at Web 20, I ain't gonna lie. You keep it together for us.
I don't even know.
Because they're all crazy, or
Yeah.
I mean, probably auditing years of orders for someone when they were double dipping in coupons and getting
Don't,
like,
Danielle, you did not just say double dipping.
I'm sorry, I know you hate that word. They
Oh.
were using 2 coupons at the same time.
Man, this is an excellent snippet episode.
Which is
because
not
double
allowed.
dipping, and we got Woody. I mean, we're
Yeah.
winning.
I'm so used to
you-
that word.
Yeah, you're not allowed to stack
I
coupons,
know.
but you were able to. Well, it was functional in the store when it shouldn't have been,
Yeah.
and it was advertised for them to do it when it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
So it was a technical issue on our side. So
Yeah.
that's why I had an issue with that term double dipping. It just sounds like it's like
But
look,
then
if
there
I
are like so
if I
many.
go to Amazon and I put in a coupon code and they're like save another 75%, click here, I'm clicking there. I don't care
Yeah.
who you are, I'm clicking there. They can say save 100% now. I'm going back and putting more in the cart. Like you
I mean,
great.
yeah. Like we didn't do anything to the customer. It wasn't, I mean,
No, yeah. But exactly. It
which
was a
is,
situation. But really, Danielle, you talk about auditing stuff for people who also don't know this about Danielle. Until recently, every time we did one of those sales where you had to add up every people's purchases over the sale and then the individual days we had bonuses, Danielle was the person behind the curtain, literally auditing every single one of those people
manually pulling up orders.
and then
adding
making
all
sure
together.
they got their bonuses, their coupons.
So if you
Like,
haven't heard anything and got any bonuses or coupons or any benefits from that, you have Danielle to thank.
So I have
yeah,
people that come in from years and they're like, I've made purchases during the last 3 years of the Black Friday sale, and I don't know which coupons I've used and what haven't I used. Can you get that together for me? And I'm like, give me 48 hours.
so yeah, craziest cases. I think that's got to be a tough one. Danielle's definitely a star at Web 20 Ranker. Here's 3 years of data. Can you help us figure out what happened
Yeah,
here, Danielle?
exactly. No, but I like getting in there and looking at accounts and finding out what's wrong and what you've
You
been
really take care of the
wrong.
people too. Like you care about our customers. I think
Yeah.
that's really one of the best, I think, watching you work with the customers. It's always about like you're always there to do what's best by the customer, which is why
Right.
you also people love you too. So
Yeah.
And she
you
does it
know.
with a
Try to look
smile.
at it from everyone else's side. Like I'm you're the customer and I'm the customer. Like we're on the same
Yeah.
team. Let me
Danielle's
figure
on
out
your
what's going
side.
on with Web 20.
Yeah, she's like, don't worry, I got this. I got people. I got
Right.
people on the inside. I'll take care of you. Don't worry.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Danielle. So anyway, thank you so much, Danielle, for coming on. You too, Alex. It's
Yeah,
been
fun.
an awesome time. This is the SEO Vault, episode 186. Again, check us out on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Click the like button, subscribe, do all the things you can do wherever you're doing them. And we will see you next week. Everybody, until then, have a great weekend.
See ya.
Bye.